Hi guys, it's Maya here, and today I wanted to get back into beauty with you guys, and I wanted to do my newest beauty routine, which will be rife with my beauty secrets, and some of it might be more applicable to trans women specifically, so I think it would be fun to dive right in and to get started with you guys. I've definitely changed up a bunch of things about my beauty routine to kind of update it and to also feel more confident in myself, and so I think there's going to be a lot of things that are different now than what you guys would have seen previously. I also just painted my nails. Check them out. They are like a white marble with a little hint of green on the ring finger kind of vibes. I think they look cute. Obviously there's some like fallout on the sides that needs to fall off still, but overall not bad. I kind of just wish I went with a solid pink color, but you live and you learn. So I'm just going to put on some foundation quickly. I'm going to do that off camera because there's not really anything that exciting about it. Okay, now here's where things get a little bit different. So instead of doing like a contour, because that's just not really in anymore, I go in with some bronzer and I just kind of bronze honestly the higher part of my cheekbones to make it look more sun-kissed and to elevate my face a bit. So see how I'm going like really high? Like my cheekbone would normally be down here for the shadow, but I'm bringing it up high to show like a bronzy sun-kissed look rather than trying to reshape my face with different shadows. So that's what I find works for helping to lift my look and kind of feminize my face a little bit more rather than having that gaunt, long horse face, which no one wants. Sorry, horse girls. And I take that bronzer all around where, if you were like outside somewhere tropical, like where the sun would hit the most, you know? And so having that glow just helps me look more sun-kissed and healthy and tanned. Just before we go any further, I wanted to mention today's video sponsor, which is Scentbird. Scentbird is an amazing online fragrance subscription service. Scentbird has thousands of different fragrances to choose from their library. Everything from designer to more affordable options, and they come in these beautiful lipstick-like containers. You twist them, they pop up, and then you can spray them. They come in a 30 milliliter vial, which is perfect for a 1 month use once a day. However, they do last me a lot longer, which I absolutely love. It's a fabulous way to determine your favorite perfumes without dropping those huge dollars on full-size bottles. This month, Scentbird sent me 3 different fragrances. The first fragrance that I'm gonna share with you is called Paper. It smells so refreshing. This has the scent of musk, iso, e-super, and amber. It smells very nice for spring, and it's got that bit of depth to it that I love. Next I have Hermetica Rose Fire. I love this fragrance. It has notes of Rose Absolute, Floral Violet Molecule, and Divania Essence. I'm just gonna spray some on. Ooh, I love this one. It's like a rich, sweet floral with some amazing top notes of rose and violet. And then the Divania Essence adds such like an aromatic, licoricey herb dark undertone. It's very seductive to me, I would say. Next, they sent me Versace Eros pour Femme, and this has notes of lemon, peony, pomegranate, jasmine, and musk. It smells so divine. This one is literally quintessential spring, early summer for me. It just gives me the vibe as if I'm strolling through a gorgeous ancient Roman garden with trickling waterfalls, gorgeous sun, and olive trees. I don't know why, that's just the vibe it gives me. Maybe it's also the bottle on the card that they gave me, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Use code MAYA55 in the link in my description box down below to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. What are you waiting for? Once I feel satisfied with that, I go in with my blush. So I mixed together these 2 blushes. This should be discontinued by now. This is like the Becca Blush Trio palette. I've had it for years and years. I've gone back to it now because I like mixing these 2, and it creates another bronzy, warm blush glow. And I just kind of bring that even more like where the highlight would normally go. I don't use highlighter anymore because I find it's just not super natural looking, and this kind of adds enough color for me to enjoy the effect. This helps add to the sun-kissed look, because I don't know if you're like me, but I always get a little bit red before I get tanned, and so this just like adds that warmth and life to my skin. I feel like when you put foundation on, it's very flat looking and it takes away your natural warmth, and this kind of adds it back in. I'm gonna add some to the bridge of my nose as well. This is like a key spot where you would get sun exposure, so it kind of just adds this cute sun-kissed look. Now for this next part, I'm just gonna pull my hair back, and I'm going to go in with my new brow routine, which I never really had a brow routine before, if you guys remember. But now I have this exciting new part of my routine, which helps me feel refreshed and new. And I know it's something that maybe has been around for a hot minute and I'm just late to the game, but it is soap brows. I've got my soap right here. So for my brows, I've been using the Anastasia Beverly Hills 14 brush. It's like a brow, back when they did their dip brow thing. I got on that trend way back in the day, like 2016. However, I stopped because I didn't really find that I liked the way that it looked, and I kept having a boxy look. But now I've kind of gone back with it and with soap and reshaped them to be more trendy and the soap brow vibes, and it just gives this like high fashion look that I love. So I definitely recommend checking it out. It can be a little bit scary at first because it makes your eyebrows a lot more noticeable, but I feel that it ultimately lifts my brows and like does this like eye look that's more open and more inviting and more dramatic as well. So I don't have water with me right here, so I'm just using this Avenue Eau Thermal Spring Water spray. So I just spray that onto my brush like so. Just a little bit. Then I take my soap. I'm just using like a Quo soap from Shoppers Drug Mart. You can use any soap that has glycerin and isn't like super pigmented, because you don't want that pigment going on your brows. So I'm just kind of like massaging it into the soap, trying to pull it up on the more spoolie side of the brush. Adding a bit more water to it. Now I'm gonna go in and just comb upwards with the soap. The glycerin is just gonna really help to secure my brows in place. You can also trim the tops of your brows too, which maybe I should do if you don't like this super thick brow look, but I kind of like it, to be honest, and I'm just not gonna bother with trimming, at least for now. I'm much more into this brow trend because it uses your natural brow hairs in a new exciting way, and you can also build upon it a little bit with some pomade, which is what I'm gonna do. But you don't have to basically like shape a whole new brow or whatever, which is what I used to hate back in like 2016. How does that look? Pretty cool, right? And I'm gonna add some more on the tail as well. Once I'm done applying the soap, I just go in with my fingers and pat it in to kind of laminate it against my skin so that it holds its place a little bit better. Now I'm going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Taupe Dip Brow Pomade. And this is a great color for my brows. It's not too dark. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of water on my palette just to get the pomade flowing, because it's really old. This is literally a product that I've had since 2016, so dinosaur quality. I'm just kind of like spreading it on the edge of this. I know, not glamorous, but you do what you do, you know? At least I do anyways. You wanna make sure it's like a good malleable consistency and not watery. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in and extend my brow a bit, add some more dimension. I think that looks good. Like, I'm honestly like really happy. That took like no time at all. You can see the difference in color. So this one's a lot more defined, more dramatic, and it's gonna serve looks. And there you have my brow look. The thing that I love about these brows is that they're kind of unruly, so they don't have to be perfectly even. And I think they're so much fun. Next, I like to go in with a light shimmery shade on my inner corners, as I've always done. It just adds a nice little pop of brightness and it really opens your eyes a bit more. Now I'm going with the Sigma Untamed palette. I really like this because it's got more muted colors in it and it's got a lot of neutrals that I've been working with lately. I've been going for a very like neutral, natural look for my like day-to-day life. So I've been using Docile right here. I've been using Loyal right over here, and then I've also been using Wicked as well, which is the darker shade. So I kind of dip between those ones. I like to keep it a bit matte and just a bit soft glam moment. So I'm going in with the Docile shade, super light, over the lid as a base, using a large pillowy eyeshadow brush. Sigma as well, it's the Sigma Tapered Blending Brush. I honestly love Sigma's products. They're really, really nice. And I feel like they're underrated. Like, you don't hear people using them as often. I'm not using a primer today because I just want my natural skin to shine through a little bit, so I don't worry about it being like so opaque. Now I'm going in with Loyal, which is this nice medium light chocolate brown, and I'm just using that on the outer corner. Again, I'm just going for something like super natural, super low-key, nothing crazy. Now I'm going back in with my highlighter inner eye brush, and this is the Sigma Detail Diffused Crease, which is exactly what I'm using it for. I'm adding Wicked in now to my crease, and I'm going to lightly stipple that in and then blend it nicely so that it's not too harsh and it's only in a small area. I'm kind of doing it like in lieu of having like a liner because I'm not so much into like a liquid liner these days. It's looking good to me. Kind of serving Julia Fox. Now I'm just gonna add some mascara. So I just finished my mascara. The look is complete. I'm just gonna put some gloss on my lips, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I have transformed my new hairstyle. Okay, so lately for my hair, I've been doing this like slicked back method that I think looks really nice, and I'll show you guys how I do it. These are the two products I've been using lately, the Frizz Ease Moisture Barrier. It's like a firm hold by John Frieda. You can pretty much use any hairspray that's good. And then I've been using the BB Curl Anti-Humidity Gel Oil. And this is great for like hydrating my hair and making sure when it's slicked back as well that it's like not giving flyaways, you know? And you wanna do it really tight so it kind of pulls your face and gives you like a mini facelift. Now I'm gonna braid it. So I'll show you guys the back as I'm braiding it. Now I'm gonna go in with my BB cream and I'm gonna slick it back just a bit further so that it has more of a glossy slicked back look. Looks a bit more polished. Now, the next thing I want to share with you guys is something that I recently discovered, and it's what's given me the confidence to be able to wear my hair so slicked back. So as a trans girl, as one of the dolls, I am a little bit self-conscious about my hairline, which I know some of you guys are gonna be like, what are you talking about? You're crazy. But I just have a little bit of a slight widow's peak. And so this area of hair where it's like really blonde has always made me a bit self-conscious. So I want to fill it in with some more eyeshadow. I'm going back in with the shade Wicked from the Sigma palette, and that's this shade. It's good to go for like an ashy shade that's a bit darker than your natural, because that's gonna be the shadow that basically fades into your hair and makes it look like you actually have a darker hairline. So that's what I'm just adding into the area, just lightly powdering that in. And because I like to really stipple and fade it in naturally, that's why I'm going for a darker color, because it's not going to be so opaque. So it's going to lighten anyways after I apply it and blend it in. Transforms my hairline. I noticed some people were commenting on how good my hair looked in my last video. So this is the secret, you guys. This is the secret, and it really works. I can't believe I didn't do this sooner because I was honestly so self-conscious about my hairline, even though like, chill out bitch, you know. I actually saw the hack first on TikTok, and it was someone using a Clairol root touch-up to do their hairline, and it was just like a cisgender woman, and I thought I had to use that Clairol product in order to get good results, but nope, eyeshadow does the trick. As long as you use like the right color for you, you know. Gorgeous, all done. I'll show you guys in better lighting the finished result. Okay, so this is the finished look. You can see my hair, it looks really sleek. It's got a really nice fade into my natural hairline. I really like it. I'm just wearing this casual outfit. I'm gonna go for a walk with Emma and Elio. And I just accessorized with some cute little dangly earrings. As you guys know, I love snakes. And yeah, I feel really good. These are my beauty tips. I'll see if I can show you guys an angle of my hairline. See how good that looks? Like, what? Lastly, I just wanted to remind you guys about Scentbird and my code Maya55 for 55% off your first month. Check it out in my description box down below and have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye guys.